What in the world can that be?
It was a case of mistaken identity.
I've got a fun one for us today, guys. We're not going to be covering any major stories today, but instead 3 unidentified creatures caught on film in the last month. If you end up enjoying this and you want me to go further back in time and check out some other interesting animal sightings, let me know down in the comments. I'm John. This, wherever he went, is Zuko. Oh, he's in my pocket. And you're watching The Scaly Scoop here on Tipping Scales.
Okay, it's an isolated incident.
You get to determine what is our pet.
Snakes, a lizard, and a crocodile were removed from a home in Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
My Lord, a snapping turtle. Wow.
All right, we're going to make this one a little interactive. We're covering 3 stories today that seem a little off, but all have an explanation of some sort. To some, the explanation may seem obvious, but stick around anyway, because this should be fun. Today, we're looking at these floating sausage links, this oddly shaped Pegasus, and this creepy looking thing. Lock your guesses in now, and let's get started. The first one we're going to tackle is this Pillsbury dough looking noodle. I first came across this earlier this week on Facebook. The post itself showed a few pictures and asked if anybody knew what it was. There were a lot of different guesses, from a discarded dryer hose to a stuffed animal. But with a little digging, I was able to find the original video. So let's check it out.
Katakot, kadakula na waray. My God. Uy, pasiring na dumas irarong pangarong mi, my God. Ikaw matano da. Inoy. Uy, buhay-buhay, kilig anong sabi nindong gadana o pala ugra dyan sa harong ta. Alang tao kang harong mo.
Dahil naman siya nakalubog.
Oh my God. Oh, turi na sa irarom ta, kilig.
So if you haven't figured it out already, this is obviously a real animal. And what we're looking at here is a banded crate, who, while very docile, also produce incredibly toxic venom. Now, this isn't your typical banded crate. They usually look something more along the lines of this. So there is sadly something clearly wrong with this snake to make it appear the way it does. I imagine this is what it would look like if Jay Brewer bred sea snakes. But I don't think this is simply obesity. At first, I thought this might be a case of barotrauma or caisson disease or some other type of decompression-related issue, because in most animals, rapidly ascending from a great depth and pressure produces nitrogen bubbles in the blood and surrounding tissues. So I thought possibly this snake could have been accidentally caught on a fishing line and brought up from the deep too fast. That was until I discovered that sea snakes evolved to not have to deal with decompression issues in the same way as other animals. They've developed a large shunt in their vascular system, which helps keep nitrogen levels low, and on top of that, they're able to permeate gas through their skin, which means that they can push out what low levels of nitrogen do get in there very easily. So then if that's not the case, what has happened here? My guess could be a bacterial infection, possibly something it ate causing the swelling, or maybe it really is just morbidly obese. I couldn't quite figure this out, so feel free to leave your guesses below in the comments. But if you guessed banded crate for this animal, you are correct. All right, let's head on over to the ghosts of Bambi's mother. Too soon? Most of you will be able to tell what this is right off the bat, but let's get into the claim. Last week, Bristol Zoo Project in England posted this photo to their Facebook page, with a caption claiming this mysterious winged creature was sighted in the nearby area and has experts stumped. We'll go ahead and debunk this one off the bat, since most of us already know that this is a muntjac deer, and that the image on the trail cam appears the way it does due to slower shutter speed than the deer's movements. You can almost line up the shape of the ear with the transparent so-called wings. So now that that's out of the way, the funny part of this story comes in the worldwide news coverage and the comments it's gotten. So this is obviously a harmless and fun little stunt by the Bristol Zoo to promote education on muntjac deer and exposure on the zoo itself. But the story has been picked up by publications such as People Magazine, Huffington Post, MSN, Daily Mail, and dozens of others. And some of the comments have been very interesting too, from people calling it the Jersey Devil and a slew of other cryptid names, to guessing that it's a deer with a conjoined twin or a goat with a bird on its back. People have gotten pretty creative with this. So I just want to say well done Bristol Zoo for getting all of this exposure through this long exposure photo. And well done to you if you knew it was just a normal muntjac deer right off the bat. All right, our third photo here is misleading. Though despite that, I'm honestly not 100% confident in what I'm looking at here. This photo, like the first, is a screen grab of a video, but this one has been slightly doctored. Here's a more accurate screen grab, but even this, it's difficult to make out what we're looking at. Fortunately, I found the original video. Let's watch. This video comes from Reconquista, Argentina, which just rolls off the tongue. And the claim is that this creature could be supernatural in nature. El Familiar, or Perro Familiar as it's known, is a local legend of a demonic dog not unlike Cerberus, except this one has only one head. It's said to feed on human flesh, predominantly that of sugarcane workers. Maybe it's because it's got a sweet tooth. I'm not entirely sure. Could this be the legendary Labaizan or Luisan from neighboring Paraguay caught doing yoga on camera? Or is this just a dog licking his leg? Or do you see something else? If you do, comment it down below. Points if you said dog though, because that's what it seems to be to me, and it's my show. Anyway, how'd you do? Did you get all three? This is a different kind of video, and all of these are recent sightings, which is why I decided to talk about them. But if you'd like me to go back and dig into some older videos, like this hairy snake, for example, let me know down below. This is a shorter video, but I thought it'd be a fun one for Halloween. If you enjoyed it, hit that like, and as always, remember to be kind to yourselves and each other, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy Halloween.